Sup, Gutter Bunny? Carl. What's going on, Dana? You made it out alive. You know what? I never got to meet your son. Dang it. That happened. Hopefully you had a good time. Okay. So yesterday was weird on the eBays. Had some good sales, kind of plugging along pretty good, and then right at like 5:30, dead. And it stayed dead until 9, and that's weird because that's like prime time. I'm usually selling one or two an hour between 5:30 and 9, and it was just completely dead. Like something feels weird. Checked out Down Detector, it was down, and all the things that do the like website down stuff basically said there was issues with eBay. I don't know what's been going on, but it does not seem like something's working right. The internet is all abuzz with people bitching about stuff. I'm not going to do that. I had a decent enough day yesterday, although it's been crickets this morning. I have one sale for $5. It definitely feels like I'm not getting watchers on stuff. I'm not able to send out many offers. Like the key performance indicators are all dead. So I don't know. Make of that what you want. Rant over. Let's take a look at what did sell. Boop. Multi-view red star in Chrome postcard, 355. Nothing to write home about really. This was good. Took an offer on it for 45. It's been in the store since 2020, 2019, I believe. So kind of a cool photo, railroad photograph. We've got named subjects all back on here. Dude's holding a freaking shotgun in front of a train. I mean, it's just a cool photo. But it's been in the store for a long time. I haven't gotten any action on it. Took an offer for 45 and glad I did because it kind of helped save my day. Here's a trade card, 1879. My partner is for a play for Lewis Aldrich and Charles Parslow. Kind of cool. This came in the Goodwill lot that I bought a couple years ago. There was some trade cards in there. This is one of them. Took an offer for $11. Then we have Undivided Back. Or is it Undivided Back. Miss Daisy Graves. Still selling her cards. $4.46 on this. Lake Fallon Park, St. Louis, Missouri. Murrah Hall, Millsaps College, Jackson, Mississippi. Sold for $2.66. Took a minute to find this one. It was not where it was supposed to be, but figured it out. We got a horse and carriage. Happy New Year with a little poem here. And down the avenue of time, and all your paths be pleasant, or whatever. Not a poem, but kind of a poem. And there's people on a horse and carriage. It's a nice Christmas card. $3.55. Moonlight over Waikiki. Sounds like a Dean Martin song. $4.46. Chrome postcard. S15. This was listed. This went live while I was at Burning Man. And we've got San Francisco, California, looking down California Street. I have actually stayed in a hotel that is, let's see here, right there. Definitely like Flophouse style hotel. Many years ago. You're in a shitty hotel when there's a sink next to the bed and the toilet is in the same room as the bed. $4.46. I think it was like $30 a night though. I was poor. What can I say? This was listed and sold yesterday. This was in the album of ephemera that I got from the Bremerton Flea Market with a bunch of postcards. Took an offer for $31. It had just listed, And hey, I'll give you 10% off, not a problem. Gloss Labels, M. Schmidt Company in San Francisco, California. Sentinel Rock, Cody Road, Yellowstone Park, Wyoming, $3.55 from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love, Burlington Route postcard. Real Photo postcard, Geyserville, California, with the geysers. This has been up for a couple years as well. I think at least 3 years. Sold for full asking price here, $40.45. I'll take it. This was also listed and sold yesterday's little recipe brochure for snowflake marshmallow cream, desserts of quality, daintiest of all dainties. That sounds like a euphemism for a vagina. Just saying. $20 on that. It's listed and sold same day. $3.55 aerial view of the amusement park at the West Virginia State Fair. Amusement park's always cool. Here's there's the tilt-a-whirl right there. And then we got this roly-poly thing and some other stuff. And then listed-wise, just pretty much listed the rest of that ephemera, so that's done now. Here's a cool one for B brand, McCormick's B brand extract and milk. We've got this, which is like a pie topper recipe card for Spry. It's like the cardboard thing that would go on top of the lid. From what I can gather, Spry is like shortening. I don't know for sure. It says, though, it's fresh and creamy. So I don't know what Spry is. Anyone know what Spry is? Shortening is my guess. Here's the agreement of the San Francisco Local Joint Executive Board of the Hotel and Restaurant Employees and the Bartenders International Union, AFL-CIO, Apartment, Motel, Hotel, and Elevator Operators Union, Local 14 of BSEIU, effective July 1st, 1966. So it is a little pocketbook of a union agreement made between hotels, restaurants, and their employees back in 1966. Union stuff like this usually sells pretty good for me. Put it up for $20, make offer, we'll see what happens. And finally, 1926 Golden's Mustard, 76 economy dishes from 1926. Cool Art Deco kind of cover, just a little recipe book of stuff you can do with Golden's mustard. And I dated it basically like, here's all their awards. The most recent one was 1926. I assume that they received some kind of award after 1926 since they won so many before it, unless like French's came along and knocked them out of the awards contention. So there you have it. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Less than 100 days yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was weird. What's up, BB? What's up, you list, you sell? Oh, that's Satan. That's Satan. We use his taint to see how hot it is. Cameron's got it right. The daintiest of dainties. That's just the funny term. He touched me in my daintiest of dainties. So just so you know, I've had 2 Enemans now. One of them I auctioned off for charity with the 3 Gringos, and the other one I won back in the beginning of August, and I had Kevin, the picker of the Commonwealth, give it away on his channel. So I've had 2 Enemans. I don't need a man to get things moving. All right. It's going to be a pretty short show. There's only a couple of things that you didn't just see shipping out today, so. The other cat. Who's there? Oh, there's the black cat, Lucy. That Buster is currently just making sure stays outside. He's good like that. Good job, Buster. Thank you for protecting me. Wendy Lou is good at protecting me too. She's hi. You're not gonna like it, dude. I gotta use tape in a minute. Yeah, I know. Go check out the back door. Did get the electrolysis bath fired up again yesterday. I would have had it up sooner. I couldn't find a piece of sacrificial steel that I could use for the cathode. The cathode or diode? The one that is not on the cast iron. So basically the process is like you create a electrolysis bath or electrolytic bath with water and washing soda, both of which I had. Then you connect your ground to the cast iron, and then you have a piece of sacrificial steel that you connect your positive to, and that's your cathode. I can't remember. I always mix up cathode and diode, but anyways. And then you hook it up to a charger, runs current through the two poles, and the theory is that it's not theory, it does this. It pulls the grime and rust off of your cast iron and essentially like corrodes your sacrificial steel. So I stopped by my mechanic because I need to get new bushings on my struts, which is a whole other story. But they were pretty much in need by the time I went to Burning Man. But the trip down, I'm like, this needs to be fixed now. But stopping by and getting a quote from them, I was like, hey, do you guys have like a chunk of steel around here I could have? And they're like, and I'm like, I don't care how messed up it is, just any old chunk of steel. I'm like, I need it for an electrolysis thing I'm doing. And they're like, sure. And they gave me this giant freaking rotor that the last piece of sacrificial steel, I should have saved it to show, literally was because I did so many pieces of cast iron with it, it had completely corroded through. I was using a sheet pan, and it was basically like shreds by the time I was done. Unrecognizable. Just looked like a completely rusted through, like the thing was 100 years old. Science is fun. But before we're done here, I'll show you guys, I'll pull out the piece that's been sitting in the bath overnight. You can kind of see what it looks like after 12 hours of electrolysis. It's kind of neat. And usually what I'll do is I'll wash it down, get all the loose gunk off of it, and then pop it back in there. for probably another 6 hours or so. It's nice that it's pretty hands off. Like, it probably takes about, 15, 30 minutes to get the electrolysis bath set up. And the vast majority of that is waiting for the bin to fill up with water. But I can get probably, I don't know, half a dozen pieces through it before I have to change out the water. Today listing, I have this giant freaking animatronic witch that I bought at a garage sale earlier this year. That I've been procrastinating on a little bit. And I need to set it up and see if it works and get it listed. Might list it locally. We'll see. I got it, I think $5 maybe? I don't remember. So that's going to be a bit of a slow. I also found 2 DVDs and a book that were not listed. I'll get those relisted. And I've got a couple of pieces of art around that I've been needing to list as well. A couple of trying to get some higher value stuff into the store. And depending on that cast iron, we'll see how that's doing. Right? Cobby gets things moving just fine. It was the black cat that he hates. Windy Lou is now keeping guard on the back door. I have not received the $75 offer. Although I would probably, if I received it, accept it and then try to roll that into postcards. They apparently really want me to go to eBay Open. I do not have any desire to go to eBay Open, and I'm not going to go to eBay Open. Anybody going to eBay Open? Yeah, 2 years ago, I attended a couple, and I'm like, this is the most boring, stupid shit I've ever sat through. I'm out. I mean, Canadians have a little bit of an accent. You guys say things like toque And sorry. But it's a subtle accent. I wouldn't say it's neutral. It's just subtle. Well, I mean, it is both neutral and subtle, but it does exist. How's that? Is that as even-handed of a agreement/disagreement as I could possibly get? I think it is. Is it as pronounced as, say, an Australian accent? No. Or British? No. There. Yeah, scrubbing bubbles for sure. That's. You mean up on the roof? Gotta get up on the roof and do some roughing work. I say roof. I don't say rough. I think rough sounds stupid. It's like people who say Oregon for Oregon, or Florida, or Missouri. You hear me say those things, I'm making fun of those people. That's really what's happening. I think it's funny. A boot, yep, that's definitely a thing. A boot. Sold a DVD, animated Bible stories, Joseph's Reunion. Let's see here. Sold for a whopping, brace yourselves. Hey, I just had a sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for $26. The DVD sold for $239. So, not a BOLO. But decent sale nonetheless. Ooh, we don't want to do that. Not that way, anyways. We're going to go this way. Currently, I have also 4 unpaid items for around $200. So that is annoying AF. One of them has basically an hour left to pay before it gets automatically canceled. The person who bought these 5 has 4 feedback. That's interesting. Maybe we'll go pull it since we're only a half hour in and on our last item otherwise. So Stampin' Up. Some Broncos. Bronco Buster. Sold for $11.29. That's actually I'm happy with that because I bought the yard sale that I got this at, all of her Stampin' Ups. Can I get this in there? I'd sure like to. I'd rather just do cardboard for $10. So that pays for everything, and I've already sold some of the other stamps in there anyway. So it's essentially all profit. Any hoodle. See if that kept us under 12 ounces. Yes, it did. Perfect. All right, let's go pull this late arrival. I mean, I can't complain. Like, it's nice that it took 30 minutes, and that's $300 in orders. Like, so I'm not complaining. But it would have been nice to see activity in what I would consider normally prime time on the eBay. Right. Warsh. Yep. So, true story. True story. I lost the third grade spelling bee because no, it wasn't for Warsh. But I do remember asking my mom why there wasn't an R in wash or Washington. Because both my mom and my grandma always said Washington. They were from New York and Florida. Fast Times at Fremont High. I think you mean Ridgemont. Oh, I watched the Barbie movie yesterday. Put a pin in that. I'll let you know what I think. We're going to head down to the reseller seller in a minute. You loaned out your eBay? All right, let's go pull orders. I'll talk about the Barbie movie. All right. So, Barbie movie. There's, hey, the person who had to pay just paid with like 5 minutes left to go. All right. So that's good. So I laughed pretty much solid for the first 20 minutes of the movie. And I knew that it was like a bit of a comedy, and it was definitely geared towards adults a little bit. I kind of knew that going in. Uh, what I was not expecting was how layered and subversive the comedy in that movie was. Aside from being like cinematically very well done, like it had the art direction on it was fantastic. I loved that. Uh, like it was so self-referential and meta. Like it was like how meta of a movie can you get where it's like, you know, a world within a world within a world within a world. The whole Mattel thing was hilarious. I loved that Will Ferrell was like the CEO of Barbie, but like endlessly apologetic for being. Did I pull the right thing? B6. Endlessly apologetic for being the CEO of Barbie. Um, there it is. I liked the all the jokes about the like the you know the jokes about like the different models and discontinued. I thought that uh, Michael Cera as Alan was hilarious. That whole thing was absolutely like just cracked me up the whole time. Uh, Wait a minute, Dana, did you just buy postcards from me? You did just buy postcards from me, Dana. You tried to hide it, but you just bought. Yep, there you go. You bought postcards from me. Thanks, Dana. I'm catching on to the whole that person is me, blah blah blah. Well, I will take great care in sending these out. I'm glad I found all of them. St. Petersburg and where else? Uh, so I'm slow, and sometimes I get distracted by things like the Barbie movie. Uh, but yeah, I super enjoy it. I really also loved that, like, for whatever reason, it pissed Republicans the fuck off.
I don't understand how you could really be so upset by that movie because it was funny. But I mean, I get like that Republicans suck also. All right. Let me grab this last pen. Okay. Be right back. Okie dokie. All right, guys, see you back upstairs. I'll catch up on chat.
I mean, eBay is. They don't think you're an asshole. They never think their buyers are assholes, just their sellers. Yeah, Weird Barbie was hilarious. I honestly, the only like minor negative thing that I have to say about it is it started to drown a little bit in its own suspension of disbelief a little bit. Like the whole, it got a little convoluted with like, okay, is this about like, you know, Ken's road to self-actualization, or is this about Barbie's road to self-actualization? It seemed like it didn't really have any resolution between the whole Ken and Barbie thing. Like the resolution between Ken and Barbie is that Ken is Ken. I'm like, that's a little weak. But it's supposed to be a fun movie that appeals to the whole family, and I thought it did that. The look of the movie was great. So here, we'll show the Dana. I assume you don't mind me showing the cards that you bought. Dana is y'all from St. Petersburg, Florida, but also spent some time in Colorado. So let's take a look. And Dana, I gotta say, you figured out how to use both the coupons, which says a lot. Most eBay buyers are not too bright when it comes to using coupons, or coupons, either way. Oops. All right. Bird's eye view, Colorado. The place to live, Boulder. Look at that. That's a nice view of Boulder. And we got this one. It looks like an Albert type or Collar type art view. Kind of same thing. Winter Beauty, Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Then we got a Royal Poinciana tree in Miami. Some lawn bowling in St. Pete. They do like their lawn bowling in St. Pete. Lawn bowling and bocce. And shuffleboard. There's a lot of olds. And then there's Squam Lake in New Hampshire, which is just pretty. I didn't know about your deep Squam Lake roots, Dana. Ah, gotcha. Nice. Isn't the poinciana the state flower in Florida? I might be wrong. Although uh, my favorite plant in Florida, I have to say, which I know through postcards, and I feel very appropriate considering your most famous current resident, Donald Trump, is the golden shower tree. Ah, gotcha. Oh, raised in New Hampshire. There's another place with a good USA accent. My like, I'm about to copyright claim the hell out of this video, but this, if you ever want to know about USA accents, the best. Oops, hold on a second. I forgot I need to change my uh, audio real quick. Take echo cancellation so y'all can hear this.
Maine? Maine, you can almost hear England now. Vermont, they hit the T's. The T's are here, Vermont. Massachusetts, my daughter. Massachusetts, my daughter got married in June. June, there's a kind of bite, it's sort of a throat bite. Boston, Massachusetts. In Connecticut, you kind of start to get a little bit of that East Coast, kind of almost New York, but not quite Connecticut. That's my business, not yours. Yeah, it's just Connecticut. And then New York City. New York City's got a lot of accents. Manhattan's kind of, Upper West Side is kind of very serious, and I always fear medical condition. Upper West Side, medical condition. And Brooklyn's a little more tough. Yeah, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn's tough, but the Bronx is in the lungs. What? The Bronx, Brooklyn. The Bronx, Brooklyn. Manhattan. Professional Manhattan, Brooklyn. Queens has got Queens. Nobody told me. Queens, nobody told me. Why didn't you tell me? Long Island is stalls for time. I'm gonna stall. New Jersey starts to kind of, New Jersey's like almost like a little punch. He's about to punch New Jersey. Got New Jersey, and then Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Yins go there to Pittsburgh. And then down in Baltimore, motor oil. I always think motor oil, Baltimore, motor oil. Then down Virginia. Virginia's got, you kind of start to hear a little bit of the southern accent, but not too much. And then West Virginia's kind of, you've heard that before. And Kentucky tightens up a little tiny bit. Kentucky, the eyes closed. Kentucky, West Virginia. And then a little bit more, North Carolina. There's kind of a, now hold on, North Carolina. You mentioned two pumpkins. I'm not sure. Just rethinking what you said there. And then South Carolina, there's a little bit of pageantry in South Carolina, and Georgia. You start to lose the R in Georgia, Atlanta, Florida, no, Florida, kind of. They kind of take two syllables.
Okay, well, my internet just died on my Wi-Fi pod just died. Not sure why, but it apparently hates Fred Armisen. Trying to get it restarted here. It just completely crapped out. I don't know why. It's not all my internet. It's this stupid Wi-Fi pod. These things are such a pain in the ass. It just stopped working. I can't see chat because you guys are on the other side of the phone. Here we go. You can look at that. Let me catch up. Insert 25 cents to continue. I like that. Drone strike. It wasn't YouTube. Even though I thought it might be YouTube, it wasn't YouTube. You guys are all paying attention. You know the password of my computer. All right, looks like it's reset the DNS in the middle of my session. That's always cool. Come on. Come on. Nope. There's 3 people left. So this is for the 3 of you. All right, well, I'm waiting for this to come back up. So Barbie movie. I appreciated the many layers of humor in that. I feel like I want to go back and watch it again because there was a lot of stuff I probably missed. I know there was probably a ton of inside jokes that I had no idea about, but I think it's probably my favorite movie that I've seen since Everything Everywhere All at Once. Let's see if we can get back into StreamYard. All right.
There we go. It's good. I would say definitely worth the watch. If you can rent it for $1 or $2 on Amazon or whatever, it's worth $1 or $2. I had some streaming credits from the no hurry shipping options, so I used my free credits on the Barbie movie. Although I wouldn't have been disappointed if I had paid a few bucks to see it. All right, let me just print these labels real quick. And then I'll go pull that piece of cast iron out of the electrolytic bath, and you guys can see what it looks like. All right, so this is a roll can, and this is after about 12 hours in the electrolytic bath. Oops, sorry about that. And it's kind of neat. So you can see all of that gunk just sort of flaking off of there. This, and what I'll do is I'll go and I'll kind of scrub this down, and then set it back in there. There's the copper wire. I just sacrificed a power cord that I didn't need, and yeah, so probably scrub it down. It'll take another 6 hours. I'm super quiet because I forgot to change my audio settings back. Thank you. There we go. Should be better now. So it's kind of icky. The water is pretty gross now. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go just give this 2 seconds in the sink, and I will show you what it looks like before it goes back in. So this, like, the gunk comes off pretty much like with no effort. I literally just like give it a once over with a brush and like a plastic brush, and it pretty much just flakes off. And you can see even like on this edge, this stuff, like I can basically like scrape it off with my fingernail if I wanted to. I don't want to, but like another 6 hours in there. This is for cooking rolls. They're for basically baking rolls in cast iron. So this is basically going to go back in the electrolytic bath for probably about another 6-7 hours. Probably by this evening, I can give it one more scrub down. The rest of the gunk will come off, and then dry it off, take pictures, seal it up in plastic so it doesn't re-rust. And that's that. It does have, like, you can kind of see here, one quadrant up here. Maybe not, maybe you can't see it, but a little rusty. The rest of this is just old seasoning. So your hands get a little bit dirty, but it's not too bad. It's actually relative, like, compared to scrubbing in a sink, it's a lot less dirty. So electrolysis is now my like go-to for cleaning cast iron. And it's just so easy, so fast. Comparatively, there's no reason to do it any other way, I think. All right. So, and it's not like you don't have to do like a self-cleaning oven thing and make you think your house is going to burn down. That's good too. All right. So that is that for me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll be back tomorrow. Assuming something sells, cross your fingers. Right now the queue is clear. But we will catch you all on the flippy flop. Peace out. Bye.